Um, and so, yeah, we can talk more and more about, some of the more newer features. One of them is search query performance. And I think a way that I like to summarize it is brand analytics. We had a lot of feedback that, this is awesome information, but what about if I'm not the top ASIN on a search term? What if I'm new and I'm growing? How do I understand where I am and how I'm improving my performance? And so search query performance was launched that essentially allows for you to measure your share of the search terms at your ASIN's level. So it gives you each ASIN's top 100 search terms and then lets you look at, sort of a full funnel of what's your impression share for that search term, what's your add to cart, your clicks, your add to cart, and then finally, what's your purchase. And it even gives you a breakout of, shipping speeds on those purchases. So it really helps me understand, if I'm just new and starting out, how am I starting to improve as I'm incorporating these search terms into my organic listings and I'm incorporating them into my advertising strategy? How do I see this paying out, right? Am I just staying flat? It's not really moving the needle. Or am I starting to see now that I've really put my targets on this search term, right? Men's perfume. Now I'm starting to see that my brand has actually moved from 0% click share to 0.1%, right? And that's a great early indicator that eventually I'm going to be starting to measure purchase share, right? Now that I've started to see some traction on the click through, next I want to measure, am I improving my purchase share, on this product? So what it allows for me to do is identify what are the most crucial search terms to my brand. And I like to say that Amazon is just a universe of search terms, millions of them out there. And my brand probably lives and dies by a dozen of them. If I start losing market share, it's because I'm losing share of these dozen search terms, right? So keeping track of what's my slice of the pie with regards to a search term is really important for Amazon. And it's one way that I like to set goals with brands is, right, what are the important search terms? What are our goals for how we're going to improve our share of each search term that we've identified, and then track our progress to those goals.
Um, I have several things on this. First of all, definitions, right? So we talked about definitions. So search query performance definitions are more important because we're using the data to make certain decisions. What is included, what is not included? So tell me if I'm right about what I have found through my, talking to different people, some at Amazon, some other, if you want to call us nerds, other nerds like us who want to understand everything. First of all, that search terms, the top search query performance provides the top 1,000 keywords, that search terms that are driving you business if you look at it brand level. And that is not the complete universe of search terms. That
You're talking about
is,
search query performance for
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
only 100, I believe.
No, it's 1,000.
Oh, you're talking about at your brand level?
Yeah, brand level, right.
Okay,
Yeah, 25 per page. There are 40 pages.
got it. Yeah,
So at brand level, of course.
yeah.
So if you have 1,000, and most people have, but when you get to the end, it's like there is very little activity there. But nevertheless, that's the number. So when it first came out, and I looked at it, I thought, that's it. That's the universe of all the search terms driving business to my brand. Yeah. But that's not the case. So what is not included? Tell me if this is correct. Sponsored product performance search term performance is included as long as the sponsored product placement is on the search page, top of the search or the rest of the search. If it's the product placement, I mean, PDP, then it's not included. So, in other words, if you take your total number of clicks in your sponsored product campaign and say, this is already included, it's not. You have to extract the, subtract the placement that doesn't put the sponsored product ad on the search page. Number one. So, number two, sponsored brand is not included. So all the clicks you get on search terms, whether they are on search results page or not, regardless of the placement, is not included. Sponsored display is not included, even if it shows up on the search results page. So those are important to keep in mind to say, okay, I received, the favorite example of everybody, uses garlic press. Okay, so if you're selling garlic press, if your garlic press, the search term garlic press, got 2,000 clicks, that's not the full, universe of searches. You need to go back and add the sponsored brand, sponsored display, and then you'll have an idea.